Hello, my name's Michael Rosen. I'll spell that R-O-S-E-N. Oh, there was somebody's head. Did you see that? It just crossed in front of the screen. It was like magic, wasn't it? Just as I was telling you my name. Can you do that? Like that, just like that. Anyway, I was spelling my name, R-O-S-E-N, and it's got a silent Q, as in rhubarb. Has rhubarb got a silent Q in it? I don't think so. Do you like spelling? Let me try you with some spelling. Can you spell the word everybody? Can you spell the word everybody, guys? Let's have a go. E-V-E-R-Y-B-O-D-Y. Yeah, can you spell that? Well, let's abolish that way of spelling. That's just a bad old way of spelling. I got a brand new way of spelling. You take the word everybody, and what you're going to do is knock one letter off at a time from the front. So imagine everybody in front of you. Now we're going to get rid of the E, and we've got verybody. Get rid of the V, and you've got everybody. Get rid of the E, and you've got rybody. Get rid of the R, and you've got Y-body. Then you get body, oddy, die, Y. It's quite deep, really, isn't it? Anyway, so look, then you can put all that together, and you get everybody, verybody, everybody, rybody, Y-body, body, oddy, die, Y. That's the slow version. Shall we see how quick we can go? You can try it with me. Here we go. Everybody, verybody, everybody, rybody, Y-body, body, oddy, die, Y. How about that? And see whether you can do it with some other words. Do you know the word calamity? Calamity? That's like a disaster, it's a calamity. So you can hear calamity. So we'll try and spell it in this new way. Calamity, alamity, lamity, amity, mighty, ity, tie, Y. And that's the slow version. We'll go quick. Calamity, alamity, lamity, amity, mighty, ity, tie, Y. And then we've got one more for you. How about the word shampoo? How will that come out, do you think? Let's give it a try. Shampoo, hampoo, ampoo, no, got it wrong. Try again. Shampoo, hampoo, ampoo, empoo, poo, oo, oh. You see, you can do it with lots of different words. Do it with your own name. You see, you can do it. My name's Rosen, so Rosen, Ozen, Sen, En, N. And you try and play around with it. Right, okay. So that was just by way of a beginning. And I was going to tell you that 3 years ago, I was in hospital. So this place, in some ways, feels quite familiar to me because I was in hospital for 3 months. I was in hospital for 3 months and I was very ill, and so they put me to sleep. How long do you think they put me to sleep for? 1 day? 2 days? 3 days? How long do you think they put me to sleep for? 4 days? 5 days? Any guesses? Let's have a think. 10 days? What do you think? Shall I tell you? It was for 40 days. They put me to sleep for 40 days and 40 nights, I should say that. 40 days and 40 nights. Now that rings a bell. 40 days and 40 nights. There's a story in a book called the Bible, and that crops up, the Christian Bible. Anyone know anything that goes on for 40 days and 40 nights in the Bible? No, not coming. Somebody's nodding. The man whose head you saw earlier that went, eow, he's nodding. You can't see him nodding because the camera's not on him, but I promise you he's nodding. Yes, sir. The flood. Who knows about the flood? Anybody know about the flood? What was happening in the flood? It was raining. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights. And there was a man who built a boat. What was he called? Yeah? Noah, says the lady with the camera. Good, we're getting there. So there was Noah and the boat was called an ark. Are we getting there? Noah's Ark. Yeah, we're getting there. So we've got Noah's Ark, and what else was on the, who else was on the boat? Anyone know who was on the boat on Noah's Ark? How about you boys? Can you remember who was on the boat, Noah's Ark? Were there animals? Maybe some animals? You remember they came in 2 by 2? How does the song go? The animals went in 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. The animals went in 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. the elephant and the kangaroo, I'm just making it up, they all went into the ark for to get out of the rain. Yeah, that one. Well, anyway, just to tell you, I wasn't in a boat. I was in a bed. I was in a bed, and also I didn't know animals with me. And oh, hang on a minute, did Noah have his missus with him? Did Noah have his missus with him? There's a question for you. And what's she called? Mrs. Noah, obviously. Yeah, that's right. So Noah and Mrs. Noah, and I didn't have that. So then when I woke up, I couldn't stand up and I couldn't walk, and my voice was very feeble. My voice was like this, and people were laughing at me because I was talking like this. So they got a special person to come along and teach me how to talk. She's called a speech and language therapist, which if you take the letters is called a SALT. S-A-L-T. Hello, I'm a SALT. Are you? What? You sure you're not a pepper? No, I'm a SALT. Oh, right, are you? Fair enough. I'm going to teach you how to speak. Oh, really? How are you going to teach me how to speak? Well, first of all, you've got to go like this. Really? Is that how you learn how to speak? Yes, because you're not breathing properly, they said. See? So I had to go, can you do that? No, it's too hard. Okay, and then they said, you've got to trill. Do you know how to trill? No? I bet you can. Here we go. Anyone want to try it? What about Big Sis? You're going to do it? Ah, Big Sis, come on. You come all the way from Margate, and you've got this one chance to trill with me. Here we go. Teacher will do it. 1, 2, 3. Sinead's doing it. Yeah. What about the man who... Yeah, he's having a go. Yeah, lady with the camera. Man with the earphones. Good. Lady not talking to me. Yeah, that's good. And I did the trilling, and Salt was very pleased with me. But then she said, you know what I had to do? I had to sing and trill at the same time. How do you do that? She said, think of a tune. And I thought of Frère Jacques. Do you know that one? Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous. Sonnez les matines, ding, dang, dong, ding, dang, dong. And you know what that means? That means, Brother James, Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, are you asleep? Sonnez les matines, ring the matin bells, ding, dang, dong, which means ding, dang, dong. See how good I am at translating? Ding, dang, dong. So she said, now you've got to sing that by trilling. Here's your big chance, guys. You're going to sing Frère Jacques while trilling. All the teachers are going to join in. All of you watching in the wards, you're all going to join in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And that's how I learned how to speak. Thank you. You can clap me for that. Yes. But most of all, please clap Fiona Gillis from the Whittington Hospital, who's a SALT. Not a pepper. Fiona Gillis, she's not here, but anyway, we're going to imagine her. Fiona Gillis, who taught me how to speak, because I wasn't using this bit here, which is called the diaphragm, and she taught me how to do it. But what else did I need to have to do? I had to learn how to walk. And that's what we're going to find out about now with this special book, which is called Sticky McStickstick, the friend who helped me walk again. And if you want to look at the pictures you have here, you can look over there, whereas I have to look at the book over here. And so this is the story. I was ill, so ill I couldn't get up. That's me imitating being ill. One day, 3 people came to my bedside and said, today, we're going to get you up. They lifted me up, one on one side, one on the other, one behind. I gasped. I really did make that noise. I panted. My legs were shaking. I pleaded with them to let me get back into bed. Please, please let me go back to bed. And they let me. That nurse there is called Doreen, by the way. I just wanted you to know that. Thank you, Doreen. She was so nice to me. The next day they came to my bedside again and said, we're going to get you up. I gasped and panted. Look at my face. It's all blue. They put a frame in front of me and asked me to hold it. I did. I was still gasping and panting, and I held on to the frame. They said, see if you can move the frame forwards. I did, just a tiny bit. But I gasped and panted some more. More gasping now. I like doing that. And they put me back to bed. Next day, they said I should see if I could get from the frame to a wheelchair. All three of them helped me. We did it. I liked the wheelchair. I wheeled round the room and the corridors. Just like that bloke who dived in front of the camera. Look, you can see me there. Look, I knocked that bloke over there. It was terrible. I got into quite a lot of trouble, actually, because I was doing it so quickly. Michael, would you slow down? No. It was really bad. Yeah. And what happened? I looked out the window. It was the first time I'd seen outside for 2 months. I saw a man go into his house. I saw cars pass. I saw a woman come out and water her flowers on a balcony. It was lovely. I hadn't seen that for ages. They put me back to bed after that. You see the picture, it's making my nose get longer and longer. It's not funny. Not funny at all. The next day they said, we're going to the gym. The gym? Huh? First on the frame, then in the wheelchair, then off to the gym. And at the gym, they said they were going to teach me how to stand up by myself. They said, hands behind, nose over toes. Watch this. Like that. Do you see what I did there? Hands behind, nose over toes. See that? I'm really proud of that. Hands behind, nose over toes. Like that. Magic. You see that? You're not impressed. I don't know. I thought it was quite exciting. Can you say hands behind, nose over toes? Sister, can you say it? Hands behind, nose over toes. Brilliant. You'll learn how to sit up now, you see. That's good. The next day, they said they were going to teach me how to walk between parallel bars. They did. And the next day, they said they were going to teach me how to play football between the parallel bars. They did, and we played with a balloon, kicking it to and fro. Now I'm beginning to enjoy myself, and my nose has got smaller. It's incredible. My nose got smaller because I was playing with a balloon. I learnt how to walk down the corridor using the frame, and then a few days later, they said I had to give up the frame. I had to use a stick. I was scared. I thought I would fall over, and I called my stick Sticky McStickstick. It's not the cleverest name, is it? I mean, if you had to think of all the names you could call a stick, what would you call a stick? Dave? Jack? Jack. Jack the stick. Yeah. You got any ideas for a stick? No? Barry. Good name for a stick. Barry, get ready to help me. Good, I like it. Barry the stick. I'm afraid all I could think of was Sticky McStickstick. I loved Sticky McStickstick. He helped me walk. Move the right leg, stick down on the right, move the left leg, stick down on the right, move the left leg. I got very muddled. Move the right leg over and over again. Then they said, I'm so scared of this picture now, that one there. They said I had to learn how to climb the stairs. That was so scary when they took me round to those stairs at St. Pancras Rehabilitation Hospital. They said, you're going to climb the stairs, Michael. I went, no, I can't. I was Yeah, gasping and panting all over again. The stairs were the hardest thing of all. They were so cruel, they made me do that. But now I could walk about the corridor with Sticky McStickstick. Well, yeah, that's very good. One day, a man came. Let's move that out the way. Can't do that. One day, a man came and said that I was using the stick too much. I had to learn how to walk without the stick. Seriously scary now. So I tried it, 1 step, then 2 steps, then 3 steps, and I was afraid I would fall over. But I didn't. I didn't fall over. I've fallen over since, but not then. I thought I would try to walk from my bed to the toilet without Sticky McStickstick. Very, very slowly, I did. I did it. I was very, very proud that I'd done that all by myself. What song did I sing to myself? It's not in the book. What song did I sing to myself to get myself to the toilet? It was about 30 steps, and I had to think of a song to help me get from my bed to the toilet. What was it? What was the song? How did I think of myself? Yeah, what did I think? What's somebody like that? He's a hero. So what song did I sing?
I Need a Hero.
I Need a Hero, nearly, not quite. Anyone else? We Are the Champions, good try. Search for the Hero Inside Yourself by M People, sung by the great Heather Small. And that's, as I went to the toilet, you see there, I'm singing, search for the hero. I can't sing it, but inside me, I was singing, search for the hero. Do you know that song, sister? You're so young. What do you mean you don't know it? How old is it? Is it very old?
I wouldn't say.
Do you know it? Go on, then we'll sing it. 1, 2, 3. Search for the hero inside yourself. Yeah, we look like Heather Small, don't we? Yeah, I think we've got that. We've got the Heather Small. Do you know, if ever I meet Heather Small, I'm going to say to her, Heather, you help me get to the... No, that's not going to work, is it? You help me get to the toilet. Do you think she'll be impressed? If I go up to this famous pop star and go, you help me get to the toilet. Do you think she'll like that? Maybe not. Anyway, so I was very proud, but then I looked back at Sticky McStickstick. Can you see him? Am I in the way? Oh, look there. I felt I'd deserted him. Look at poor Sticky McStickstick. He thinks I don't love him anymore. On to the next page. Then one day they came to my bed and said I was going home at last after 3 months. Hooray! I asked if I could take Sticky McStickstick with me. Have a look. Here we are. Show us the full page. Yes. When I got home, there was my lovely family. Do you know what they did? They put out, it's not in the book. They put out, do you know those little flags that have letters on? What do you think it spelt? There was one flag for a letter at a time. Sister, what did it say? Yes! Sister is right. It said welcome. Not about the home bit, just welcome. Yeah, that's brilliant. Everyone watched to see if I could climb the stairs at home. I could. They watched to see if I could get to the toilet by myself. Yes, what did I sing? Join in. Search for the hero inside yourself. That's it. I could. They watched to see if I could make a cup of tea. I could. Sticky McStickstick watched me too. Can you see Sticky McStickstick? Yeah, peeping out from under the sofa. And where else is Sticky McStickstick? Can you see? Yeah, where? Under the cat. Oh my goodness, the cat is sitting on Sticky and poking out the door. Oh, and under the bed, I think, isn't he? It was wonderful being home with my family. I practiced walking round the garden. We'll have the picture from, that's it. I practiced walking to the shops. I did mini squats. Are you impressed? No, you're not. Okay. Maybe if I do it again. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. And stretches. Oh, no, I'm wobbling. I get very wobbly. Oh, golly. Hands behind, nose over toes. Do you remember that one, sis? I did mini squats and stretches. I can climb the stairs without holding the banister. I can make a cup of tea without leaning on the cupboards. I can walk to the park to meet with my son, his wife, and my granddaughter. I can do all these things now. Sticky McStickstick sits in the basket by the front door just in case I need him. I often look at him on the way out, thinking of the time when he helped me to learn how to walk. And he reminds me of all the kind people who taught me those things right from the time I couldn't even stand up. Thank you, Sticky McStickstick. Yeah. And I still have Sticky McStick, my faithful National Health Service stick. It looks a bit different, actually. It looks quite grey. But the man who did the pictures, he's called Tony Ross. You can see his name there, Tony Ross. He didn't know what the stick actually looked like, so he used his imagination. But I like that. We should all use our imagination sometimes, shouldn't we? Very good. Okay, so look, I'm going to stop there for the moment just to see if there are any questions. Now, I know Sinead, am I allowed to use your name? Yes, so Sinead, I've said it anyway now. Do you know how you can spell Sinead? It's a very hard word to spell. Sister, can you spell Sinead? Go on, have a go. No, it's quite tricky, isn't it? I think it begins with S, and then tricky, the next letter isn't H, it's I. No, it's I, and then we get an N, and then it gets tricky again. It's E-A-D. So Sinead, there was a famous singer called Sinead O'Connor. She's probably named after her. Yeah, that's right. With big eyes, Sinead O'Connor. I love you. No, what is it? You're the one I know. Nothing. That's what I said. Yeah, nothing compares to you. I should have sung that to get me to the toilet as well, shouldn't I? No, they would have thought I was singing about the toilet. Nothing compares to you. She was lovely. Very good. Sinead, the question. Where do you get the ideas for my books from? Where do I get the ideas for my books from? Well, we have our senses. You know what your senses are? Okay, well, we've got eyes, we've got ears, we've got smelling, tasting, touching. Okay, we don't all have all of them all the time, obviously. Okay. So sometimes this one, see this one there, I can't see with that eye because COVID took it away. And see this one, took that one away as well. So I can't really see with that. So, but I can see with that one, I can hear with that one. So, but seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, whatever you've got of those we use. And then imagining. That's like thinking of anything at all. And then what else can you do? Remember. If you think of your brain as a field, you know, like those telly programs where they go digging and they find Roman coins and stuff in the ground. Well, think of your brain like that. What's that called? Archaeology. You can do archaeology in your brain to find out about the things you've done. So you can tell stuff about that. So what have we got? Looking, seeing, whatever you want to call it, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, imagining, remembering. And I was very lucky. My brother was older than me. He still is, actually. 4 years older, and I've never caught up with him. Whoops, someone's getting angry. They started throwing the plates around. Very worrying. Anyway, so, my brother, 4 years older than me, do you know what he used to do? He used to imitate my dad. So my dad, if he wanted you to be quiet, you know, like parents sometimes tell you to be quiet, sometimes they say, shh, and sometimes they say, be quiet. They always shout when they say be quiet, don't they? They're very, very loud when they tell you to be quiet. Be quiet! Like that, you see. Amazing. And he didn't say it in his own language. My dad spoke a language called Yiddish, which some Jewish people speak. And to say be quiet in Yiddish, you say stumm. He didn't say that either. If my dad wanted you to be quiet, this is what he did. The noise. That's all he did. So me and my brother were making a way, way, like this, and my dad would go, the noise. It was like something really painful was going on in the middle of his head. The noise. So you know what my brother did? He imitated it. So me and my brother would be mucking around in the bedroom, throwing clothes at each other and pillows. Meow, meow. And in the middle of it all, my brother would go, the noise. Or he had a different version of it that would go, the noise. So when do you do an act like that? It was obvious, breakfast. Because my dad couldn't stand any noise at breakfast. So I'm sitting there at breakfast, you see, and I'm sitting there thinking, hey, wouldn't it be really brilliant if you could play drums with a knife and fork on the side of the table? Clink, yeah, clink on the teacup like that. Clink, clink. And my dad can't stand any noise at all. What does he do? He goes, you could do it with me. The noise, but not before my brother on the other side of the table is going, the noise, like that. And my dad's hand is caught in midair, looking at him, going, the. And there's my brother going, the noise. So there we are. So I looked at my brother imitating my dad, making my dad laugh, making me laugh, and I thought, ooh, I could have a go at that. I could have a go at writing down the things that people say, kind of remembering, kind of things that people say, just write them down. And if you remember it in the right way, it might be funny, you see. And so now when I ring up my brother, or my brother rings me, he moved to South, I live in North London, my brother moved to South London, and I haven't seen him for 40 years. That's the way it is in London. And we quite often, we're talking, in the middle of it all, my brother will go, the noise, like that. And then he'll say, you know all these poems of yours that I write? What? What do you mean, Brian, you write? He said, yeah, all these poems of yours that I write. It's all my stuff. And I go, well, not exactly. Anyway, so we're in dispute over that. So there we are. There's an answer to the question. My brother inspired me. He still does, yeah.
What do you prefer writing? So stories or poetry? You know, you've got a lot of...
Yeah, what do I prefer writing? Stories or poems? Well, a kind of mixture. I mean, there's one here. It's too rude to share with you, I'm afraid. It's called Fluff the Farting Fish. And I can't really share it with you because it's too rude, but it's rather incredible, actually. This girl, she wants a dog, and she's nagging her mum and dad for a dog, and in the end they give her a fish. And so she calls it Fluff, because she wanted a dog, really. And she's trying to teach it all sorts of things. And then suddenly, one day, I don't know whether you can see it. The man with the camera, he's wandering about. It's that camera I'm on now. There you go. You maybe see a little bubble coming out of the back of the fish. I know none of you have ever farted in the bath, so you don't know anything at all about this. No one, apart from me, has farted in the bath. And so you can see she's looking at the fish and she sees this magic bubble. And so this book is called Fluff the Farting Fish, and you mustn't ever read it because it's too rude, okay? So please never read this book. So I enjoyed writing that book, and then I like making up poems as well. So I like that as well. Down behind the dustbin, I met a dog called Jim. He didn't know me, and I didn't know Dave. No. Try that again. Down behind the dustbin, I met a dog called Jim. He didn't know me, and I didn't know you. Good. That's a good thought. Who said that? Very good. Well done. Well, do you know, I was in a school and I said, down behind the dustbin, I met a dog called Jim. He didn't know me. I didn't know him. And this boy shouted out, well, how did you know his name was Jim then? And I said, sorry, I don't know, actually. And I've never been able to solve that. How did I know his name was Jim? You say it with me. Down behind the dustbin, I met a dog called Jim. He didn't know me. I didn't know him. How do you know his name was Jim then? I don't know. Any ideas? How did I know his name was Jim? No, you haven't got any ideas. Sister, how did I know his name was Jim? Collar, smart. Sister, you can't see her, but over there, believe you me. Very good. Lovely, thank you. Sister's come all the way, anyway, she's come all the way from a long way away. I can't say where. She's come all the way from the moon, in fact. Oh no, I've let it out. She's come from the moon. Very good, thank you, sister. They're good fun. Down behind the dustbin, I met a dog called Barry. He tried to lift the bin, but it was too heavy to carry. Exactly. Down behind the dustbin, I met a dog called Scruff. I've had a huge meal, and now I've really had enough. Yeah, very good. You were nearly there. Down behind the dustbin, I met a dog called Joe. What's your name? I said. Well, by now you ought to know. No? Down behind the dustbin, I met a dog called Felicity. What? It's a bit dark down here because they cut off my tail. Yeah, head, that would do, yeah. It's got a rhyme with Felicity. We'll try again. Down behind the dustbin, I met a dog called Felicity. It's a bit dark down here because they cut off my electricity. Well done, very good. Yeah, that's why it was dark, you see. It was a power cut. These dogs are clever, you know. Down behind the dustbin, I met a dog called Sid. He could smell a bone inside, but he couldn't lift the lid. He's good. Down behind the dustbin, I met that dog called Sid. He said he didn't know me, but I'm pretty sure he did. He was a lying dog, that one, you see. Yeah. Let sleeping dogs lie. You know that thing? Yeah. Okay, we got another question from Sinead.
What made you change your mind about studying medicine? You studied medicine for a little while.
Oh no, this is such a bad question. The question is, those of you watching, what made you change your mind from studying medicine, giving it up, and studying English? This is a horrible question. I don't like it. Go away, question. Go away. Well, the truth was, don't tell anybody, I wasn't very good at medicine. So the thing is, the reason why I was doing medicine was because my mum and dad thought it was a jolly good idea. The thing was, I was 16 years old, and I happened to say to my mum and dad that I liked doing biology. And my dad went, biology? Biology? You could be a doctor. And I went, yeah. It was like I was being carried away on a dream. I went, yeah, a doctor. And then I found, as I say, I wasn't very good at it. There were lots of very hard sums and lots of things to try and learn, like gluteus maximus. Can you say that? Oh, very clever. Very good. Well, I couldn't remember it. I'll try you on another one. Acromiodeltoid. You can be a doctor. I couldn't remember any of it. Duodenum. Sister is doing incredible here. She's just piling them back at me. Do you do biology at school? Well, you should think again. You could be a doctor. That's what my parents said. You said duodenum. That's very good. How about cerebellum? Can't do that one. Gotcha. Anyway, so I found it very, very difficult. So there we are. That's the truth of the matter. So I wish you hadn't asked me that. That was a really beastly question. I don't know who it is who's asked it. Sinead's asked on your behalf, and I'm never coming back here again. That's it. Sorry, no, it's all over. If you're going to ask me questions like that, I'm going to get all huffy. That's me being huffy. Can you do huffy? No. Sister, can you do huffy? Does she do huffy? Does she go, does she tut? Older sisters are really good at going, you're mucking about, and they go, yeah. It's very important to know how to do that and to be huffy. Like that. Yeah, so I'm huffy now because you asked that question. Do I have any more, or is that the end? Oh, yes, of course. Hello, how are you? Good. What is your question? No, it's gone. Has it disappeared? Do you want to get Mummy to ask it for you, or is that your brother behind you? Do you want to get him to ask me for you? Go on then, you tell him what the question is and then he can ask me. Now this is getting very shocking, by the way, those of you watching now. She whispered into his ear, went psst, and he went, okay, like that. So I don't know what this question is. Mum, are you over there? There's something really shocking going on here. Hello, how you doing? Okay, are we ready for this shocking question?
It's not shocking.
He thought it was. He went like this. Can you do that?
I can.
You can. Go on then. Terrific. Very good. Yeah, well, I wish I had an eye patch because this eye, it makes everything foggy and double. So I can in fact see two of you. Yeah, there's two of you there. And you're all blurry. Yeah. Okay, we got this question. I can't stand the tension. Yes. It's what's your favourite food? No. It's why have you got odd shoes? No. It's what? Why do I have a camera behind me? Do I? Oh, I got cameras all round. I'm being spied on. What is this place? I thought I'd come to a hospital, but it obviously isn't. It's some special interrogation centre. I've been brought here to be investigated. They're going to find out all about me. My blood pressure is 114. I measured it yesterday. What else do you want to know? My date of birth is 7546. My insurance number is Z123499645324. Or something like that. And nearly. I've forgotten it. Why are you investigating me? Because what? What? I eat too much hummus. That's my crime? I eat too much hummus? But everybody likes hummus, don't they? Do you like hummus? Do you like hummus? Do you like hummus, sister? Do you like hummus, cameraman? He does. Well, why am I on trial just for liking too much hummus? What about the bloke who went, eow? Do you like hummus? I'm going down. I've come to this special place.
It's a letter behind your back.
What?
Yes.
What?
Behind your back.
Where?
It's on your shoes, on your mouth.
Is it?
Yes, on your shoes.
This is getting very scary. They're going to have to take me away. This time in this interrogation centre has been too frightening. Okay, well, listen, thank you ever so much for having me here at the special, this very, very special school. Oh, hello again. How are you? You've got in again. That's very good. Do you know, I'll tell you a little story. You've just reminded me. I went to a school the other day and I said, has anybody got any questions? And there was a boy on the front row, put his hand up like this. He went, huh? And I thought, because when I was at school, you know, like you're allowed to go to the toilet whenever you want. Well, in my day, if you wanted to go to the toilet, you had to put your hand up. So you go, please, miss, can I go to the toilet? And some of the kids, if you did that, this is really nuts, okay, would laugh because you said you wanted to go to the toilet. What was funny about going to the toilet? Please, miss, can I go to the toilet? These kids would all start laughing. He wants to go to the toilet. Like this, you see. And so you tried to hang on for ages without going to the toilet because you didn't want the other kids to laugh at you. So you're going, but in the end you couldn't stand it anymore. You go, and then you'd go like this. And miss, say, yeah, can I go to the toilet? Yep. And all the other kids, like this, you see. So this kid, I was in this school last week. I said, has anybody got any questions? This kid went, So I said, do you want to go to the toilet? And he went, no. I said, what's your question? And he said, do you know my dad's name? And I said, no. And he said, it's Patrick. That's the end of that story. That's what's called a short story. It's a very short story. Shall we see how short it was? Do you know my dad's name? No, it's Patrick. It's a 9-word story. Incredible. Can you remember it, sis? You did duodenum, you did acromiodeltoid, and now you've done the short story about Patrick. Right, she needs a special award. Very good. Thank you ever so much. Thank you for having me here at this lovely place. Thank you very much.